The O.J. Simpson case, officially known as the People of the State of California versus Orenthal James Simpson, was one of the most high-profile and controversial criminal trials in American history. It highlighted deep-seated issues of race, celebrity, and the criminal justice system, capturing the nation's attention and becoming a media spectacle that drew intense public scrutiny. Background and incident. On the night of June 12, 1994, Nicole Brown Simpson, the ex-wife of O.J. Simpson, and her friend Ronald Goldman were found brutally murdered outside Nicole's home in the upscale Brentwood neighborhood of Los Angeles. The discovery of their bodies, which bore multiple stab wounds, shocked the public and set the stage for a legal drama that would unfold over the next year and a half. Investigation and arrest. O.J. Simpson, a former NFL star, actor, and well-known public figure, quickly became the prime suspect in the murders. His arrest came after a dramatic and highly publicized low-speed car chase on June 17, 1994. Simpson, riding in a white Ford Bronco driven by his friend Al Cowlings, threatened to harm himself and evaded police for hours. The chase, broadcast live on national television, drew millions of viewers and further sensationalized the case. The trial. The trial began on January 24, 1995, in the Los Angeles County Superior Court and lasted until October 3, 1995. It was presided over by Judge Lance Ito and featured a star-studded defense team often referred to as the Dream Team, which included high-profile attorneys like Robert Shapiro, Johnnie Cochran, F. Lee Bailey, Alan Dershowitz, Robert Kardashian, and Barry Scheck. The defense team argued that Simpson was the victim of a racially motivated conspiracy by the Los Angeles Police Department, LAPD, and that crucial evidence had been tampered with or planted to frame him. Johnnie Cochran's memorable line, "If it doesn't fit, you must acquit," referring to a bloody glove found at Simpson's residence that did not seem to fit his hand, became a defining moment in the trial. Prosecution and evidence. The prosecution, led by Marcia Clark and Christopher Darden, presented a compelling case based on DNA evidence, blood samples, and Simpson's history of domestic violence against Nicole. They argued that Simpson had both the motive and the opportunity to commit the murders and that the evidence clearly linked him to the crime scene. Despite the scientific evidence and the prosecution's efforts, the defense's narrative of police misconduct and racial bias resonated with the jury, which was predominantly African American. Media frenzy and public reaction. The trial became a media circus, with round-the-clock coverage and analysis on news networks. The extensive media coverage included live broadcasts of court proceedings, expert commentary, and a constant stream of updates that kept the public engaged and polarized. The trial's coverage also marked the rise of 24-hour news cycles and reality TV, influencing how future high-profile cases would be reported. Verdict and immediate aftermath. After a lengthy and highly publicized trial, the jury delivered a verdict of not guilty on October 3, 1995, acquitting Simpson of all criminal charges related to the murders of Nicole Brown Simpson and Ronald Goldman. The verdict shocked the nation, with reactions largely divided along racial lines. Many African Americans viewed the acquittal as a victory against a historically oppressive and biased criminal justice system, while many white Americans saw it as a miscarriage of justice. Civil trial and financial consequences. The legal battles did not end with the criminal trial. In 1997, the families of Nicole Brown Simpson and Ronald Goldman filed a civil lawsuit against O.J. Simpson for wrongful death. The civil trial, which had a lower burden of proof than the criminal trial, resulted in a different outcome. The jury found Simpson liable for the deaths and awarded $33.5 million in damages to the victims' families. Although Simpson was ordered to pay the damages, much of the awarded amount remained unpaid. Cultural and societal impact. The O.J. Simpson case had a profound impact on American society and the legal system. It highlighted issues of race, domestic violence, and the influence of celebrity in the courtroom. The trial was a media spectacle, setting a precedent for the intense media scrutiny of high-profile criminal cases. The case also led to significant discussions about the effectiveness and fairness of the criminal justice system, the role of forensic evidence, and the potential for racial bias in legal proceedings. The trial underscored the deep racial divides in America. Polls taken after the verdict showed that the majority of African Americans believed in Simpson's innocence, while the majority of white Americans believed he was guilty. This division reflected broader societal tensions and mistrust between the African American community and law enforcement agencies. Subsequent legal troubles. In the years following the trial, O.J. Simpson's life continued to be marked by legal troubles. In 2007, he was arrested in Las Vegas and later convicted on charges of armed robbery and kidnapping related to a confrontation over sports memorabilia. Simpson was sentenced to 33 years in prison, with the possibility of parole after 9 years. He was granted parole and released from prison in October 2017. Legacy and continuing fascination. The O.J. Simpson case remains a landmark in American legal history and continues to be a subject of public fascination and debate. It has been the focus of numerous books, documentaries, and television series, each offering different perspectives on the events and their implications. The case's enduring legacy lies in its illumination of the complexities of the American legal system and its reflection of the societal issues that continue to resonate today. Television shows like FX's The People v. O.J. Simpson, American Crime Story, and ESPN's O.J. Made in America have revisited the case, providing in-depth analysis and exploring its broader cultural and historical context. These portrayals have sparked renewed interest and discussion about the case, its key players, and its impact on American society. In summary, the O.J. Simpson case was more than just a criminal trial. It was a cultural phenomenon that brought to light significant issues within the American judicial system and society. Its ramifications are still felt today as it continues to influence discussions on race, justice, media, and celebrity. The trial's legacy is a testament to its complexity and the enduring questions it raises about fairness, truth, and the nature of justice in America.